Hey gang, Ronan here. As you can see in this game, we've got Dutch Tiger playing the Tier 8 Pan-European destroyer Öland. Now, this game is, well, there's a lot of quiet in this game, I guess would be a good way to put it. So I'm only going to show you 4 spans of time during this game. The first is really kind of the first what I would consider heavy engagement by Dutch Tiger, and then we'll move into the next few. What do I consider the biggest takeaway of this game? Well, the damage and kills are not always what make the difference. They certainly can, and that's probably the most exciting, but sometimes it's about map control, taking the control points and avoiding being spotted and or killed. So I'm going to move us forward here to 1830 or thereabouts, as Dutch Tiger is approaching the Alpha Cap. As you can see on the minimap, the only thing that we had any idea of was Prinzeugen, which you can see on the minimap. The last known position was roughly Delta 4. Now our hero goes nose in, but this is a fairly maneuverable ship. I mean, it is a destroyer. By destroyer standards, I would say it's fair to middling. It's not the most maneuverable, but it's probably not the worst either. But detected by the red sub, our hero is kind of forced to go nose into the island. Fortunately, there's enough fire from some of his friends that the sub dives deeper and loses detection. But now, pointing the right way out of the cap, our hero is in a position to be able to make his escape. Now, if you're unaware, I generally recommend, as Akazuki moves in and our hero is detected, I generally recommend trying to reverse into a cap rather than going in nose first. And the Öland is seriously outgunned by Akazuki, but Akazuki has to show a lot of broadside in order to be able to bring all those guns to bear. We've got torpedoes coming from the sub, which Dutch Tiger is moving to avoid, taking a lot of fire. And our hero throws torpedoes into the smoke, hoping to catch the Akazuki and or the sub, and you can see that Dutch Tiger is pinged again as Harvard now is detected. And Dutch Tiger moves behind the island to make sure that those torpedoes from the sub cannot reach him. Turns back around, you can see he's already swinging his guns the other way, which is all really, really good stuff. There is a torpedo landed, which gives him a cap defense, as well as a little bit of damage, instantly repaired, so the flood doesn't net much. Okay, so that is the first engagement, which I think was played reasonably well. He did survive the encounter, and there were multiple ships firing on him, and he was kind of out there by himself. So I call that a win. So where do we go from here? Well, let's move forward just a little. We're going to move to, well, we're going to eat up about half of the time in this game, because as you can see, there's not a whole lot more damage being added, no more kills being added. A little bit of chip damage here and there. So we're up to 22,000 damage now, but a very quiet game. But what's happened in this span of time? Well, the green team has managed to secure the Alpha Cap, but they're about to lose the Charlie Cap. And you can see that they've got a 20-point lead as it stands right now, or thereabouts. And Dutch Tiger has decided that his priority needs to be securing this cap. And I think that's probably a good call. So he's going to sit here. Now the good guys do have a little bit of a lead, you know, 611 to 599. But with the red team having just secured the Charlie Cap, that's not going to last very long. Now nobody's getting points in this cap right now, so that's going to give the red team a slight points advantage by the time that Dutch Tiger is able to secure this cap in 10 seconds. And that advantage is really just going to be which which ticks first. You can see +4 to the red team, and then +4 to the green team, now +4 to the red team. So that the score is tied briefly, and then the red team has a lead. And then back to a tie. So right now we have to give the edge to the red team. The green team does have 7 ships, and the red team's down to 5. But this game is far from over. And the U-69 is badly banged up. Dutch Tiger is pretty badly banged up, although he still has a heel. And the friendly CV, well, he's a one shot from being dead, right? Cap secured. Dutch Tiger decides to see if he can get his torpedoes in the game. This Prinz Eugen player, he definitely had eyes in the back of his head, or ESP, or however you want to describe it, as North Carolina finishes off Pobeda. And now the bad guys have a significant points lead, 110 points. And our hero is kind of forced to make a decision about whether to try and finish off the Prinz Eugen, run and wait for support from Normandy, while just trying to keep Prinz Eugen spotted, or do everything he can to sink Prinz Eugen by himself. You can see a little bit of damage there from Normandy. And our hero makes the decision to turn in and work to finish off Prinz Eugen. He's got to get in that cap, because if it stays the way that it is right now, the red team wins. Now, our hero, I'm sure, was hoping Prinz Eugen was going to push out from behind that island on the other side, but he didn't. He's turning back this way. So there's really no way for Dutch Tiger to push into the cap right now. If he does, he's almost certainly going to get detected, and Prinz Eugen is going to be able to finish him at close range with his guns. Those torpedoes, well, they look pretty darn good, right? Still has a heel and a speed boost. Lands a torpedo and decides to go to work with the guns. Prinz Eugen's only using his front guns right now. He's trying to turn to get all of his guns. And there's a fire, and the torpedo tubes are destroyed, and the heel is being used by Dutch Tiger, and he's just trying like mad to get another fire started here. No luck so far in the game getting a fire. We all have games like that. A little bit more to the right, I think. There we go. And of course you did see that the Normandy was sunk. Dutch Tiger is down to 6,000 HP. Prinz Eugen is 2,100, 2,000. And just a little bit lower, I think. A little lower. And that's it. Prinz Eugen is gone. Heel is back up. Repair is back up. I think I would push that now. There we go. So, right now, the red team has 794 to 773 points. So, 21-point lead thereabouts. Only 38,386 damage for Dutch Tiger in this game, as the Colorado finishes off Strawberry Bacon and the U-69. Now, the green team still has 4 ships to the red team's 3, but the red team does have a significant lead. Kansas is in the Charlie Cap trying to stop those points, which is working. But he's put himself in a position where both the North Carolina and the Aquila can attack. Now, North Carolina, he looks like he's maybe more focused on the Harbin. And Harbin and Kansas, I want to offer a salute to both of you working in a division there. You're doing a great job keeping this team in the game. Along with, of course, our hero, Dutch Tiger, who has made the, in my opinion, correct call to, rather than rush out and try and sink Colorado, try and secure this cap and position himself to threaten the enemy CV. He doesn't have to actually hurt the enemy CV, but the enemy CV, believing he's here, might prevent that CV from attacking someone else. And Dutch Tiger is a relatively maneuverable ship compared to something like, say, the Colorado or the Kansas. And my guess is we're going to see the Aquila continue to smash on the Kansas. And there are the torpedo planes to support that thesis. And we're down under 2 minutes at this point. If Colorado moves this way, there's some preemptive torpedoes out there. But it looked like Colorado was reversing, so I don't think there's much chance of that. And our hero is just going to sit here in the north part of the cap and work to secure it. Now, I think I probably would be headed south already. Kansas eats torpedoes and is not able to secure the Charlie cap, but he has slowed down the points. So you'll notice now it's 849 to 855, 853 to 855. And Dutch Tiger, by securing this cap, may secure the win for his team. Now, Kansas has to stay alive, of course, but with just over a minute to go, Dutch Tiger secures this cap. Again, I think he made the right call rather than chasing that Colorado into the corner. We're under a minute. And the green team has a 34-point lead. And I believe the game. And that lead is just going to continue to expand as the green team have 3 caps, only 1 for the red team. And with the Kansas in that red cap, the red team is not getting any more points. Dutch Tiger wisely, at least in my opinion, with only 1,510 HP, decides to make a run for it, just in case the CV decides to come this way. And that is going to be the game. I want to say thanks to Dutch Tiger for sending me this game. It was a close game, and I think he made the right call. Rather than seeking the glory of trying to get an extra kill on the Colorado or running straight into the enemy CV, you played the smart game, and you helped your team win. Those of you joining me, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.